Exploring caves is a dangerous passion. The thrill of discovery, the beauty of untouched places, and the quiet solitude beneath the earth. But sometimes solitude becomes isolation, and isolation becomes a death sentence. This is the story of Daniel Reeves, an experienced explorer who made one critical mistake, one that cost him everything. On October 12, 2018, Daniel set out on what was supposed to be a routine cave exploration. He had explored dozens of caves across the country, but this one was different. Deep in the Appalachian Mountains, this labyrinth of stone had barely been mapped. It was remote, treacherous, and beautiful in a way only true explorers could appreciate. Equipped with rope, food, and his trusty flashlight, Daniel stepped into the darkness. He had told his friend he'd be back by the next morning, but Daniel was wrong. He would never leave this cave alive. Hours into his descent, Daniel came upon something unexpected, a narrow crevice leading to an uncharted section of the cave. Curiosity got the better of him. He squeezed through the opening, unaware that he had just crossed the point of no return. The tunnel led him deeper, past chambers filled with strange rock formations, walls shimmering with underground moisture. He marked his path with chalk, just as he always did. But the cave had other plans. As he crawled through a particularly tight squeeze, a section of rock behind him collapsed. Not a complete cave-in, but enough to obscure his chalk markings and block his exit. Panic didn't set in immediately. Daniel was trained for this. He told himself he'd backtrack, find another way. But as he moved through the winding corridors, the reality began to settle in. He had lost his orientation. Every passage looked the same. Every turn led deeper into the unknown. Hours passed. Hunger gnawed at his stomach. But worse than that was the thirst. His water supply was dwindling. He rationed, conserving as much as possible. Then, his worst fear. The flashlight flickered. Once, twice, then darkness. Total, unrelenting darkness. The kind that crushes your sanity. In pitch blackness, the mind plays tricks. Sounds become amplified. Paranoia sets in. Daniel knew he had to stay calm. He crawled forward, feeling the walls, trying to navigate by touch alone. But every turn felt the same. He screamed for help, but deep underground, his voice was swallowed by the earth. No one would hear him. Days passed. He stopped counting. His food was gone, his body weakened. The thirst became unbearable, his tongue thick, his lips cracked. Delirium set in, hallucinations, whispering voices in the dark. At some point, he lay down, curled against the cold stone. His breath grew shallower. The cave was silent, except for the faint sound of dripping water. And then, nothing. 2 weeks later, a rescue team found his body. Daniel had made it mere yards from an opening, an exit he never knew was there. A cruel twist of fate, a reminder of how unforgiving the underground world can be. The cave keeps its secrets, and for Daniel Reeves, it became his tomb. Always tell someone your route. Always bring backup light sources. The cave doesn't care how experienced you are. Stay safe.